Hey guys, welcome back. This lawn was overtaken heavily by weeds, broadleaf weeds. It had crabgrass in here and it even had nutsedge. But even though it had all those issues and all those weeds, we managed to get this lawn looking good. We will walk you through a step-by-step process of how we did that, each and every application, and the steps you can take as well to get your lawn to look like this. So if you watch the first video in the series when we started on this lawn, it had a ton of broadleaf weeds, it had crabgrass, it had nutsedge. Why is it an issue if weeds are in your lawn like that? Well, what weeds do is they compete with the same resources that your grass competes for, right? The sun, the irrigation, the nutrients as well from our fertilizer. Also, some of the weeds spread out, and what they'll do is they'll kind of take over the grass patches and they'll leave bare patches of dirt after, let's say, we spray them. Therefore, your grass isn't fully able to come in. It'll keep your lawn very thin and not very healthy. So our first step in the process was to identify them. We had three completely different types of weeds. We had a grassy weed like crabgrass, we had a sedge like the yellow nutsedge, and we had a broadleaf weed such as the clover and the dandelions. Now, you would think you can spray one product on all three of those, and maybe there are a few products out there that do that, but a lot of the times you may have to attack those weeds differently based on the time of the season as well. And the first step into doing that is identifying the weed. And if you, of course, need help identifying that, we have a full video on this lawn IDing those weeds. Check that video out up here. Once we identified those weeds, we were able to apply a selective broadleaf weed control application, and we did about 2 of those. When I say selective, that means that the product we spray is only going to kill the weeds and not the grass. It's going to keep the grass looking very well, and then again, it's going to take care of those weeds. Some of the weeds were very thick in areas, and that is why sometimes you have to do 2 applications. One may not be enough depending on the severity of the situation. It's important to get those weeds out, because once you get that grass to kind of come back, grow in all those thin areas where the weeds were, your lawn is going to be therefore thicker than it was, and the best defense against any weed pest in the lawn is a nice thick healthy turf stand. After we do the application, it's important to recognize a few things. We talk about irrigation, we talk about mow height, and we also talk about sunlight and shaded areas too. Now, you want to make sure that you're not overwatering or underwatering as well, because that can be very important for the grass. The other thing too is with the broadleaf weed control, you want to make sure that weed control is basically sitting on that broadleaf weed at least for 24 hours before you water. Another thing is the mow height. If you're cutting too short, that's going to really stress out your grass, not give you good results, even scalp it sometimes, exposing that dirt layer and potential for weeds to grow through. Now, with that proper mowing height, that is going to give your lawn the best chance to bounce back after the applications. As you can see here now, this is the transformation after just a couple months and a few applications on this lawn. We actually installed this lawn in the spring, and again, it was a tough summer with all those weeds, and now we have fall time here, and we have a nice, thick, beautiful, healthy turf stand. If your lawn looked like when we first started this process, don't worry, don't get discouraged. You yourself can actually get a lawn to look just like this with a step-by-step guide and the right products at the right time. Subscribe or YouTube so you can learn all these step-by-step guides yourself and how to achieve these results at your home. Comment if you guys have any questions. Please like our video. Until next time, thanks for tuning in. See ya.